Can you picture a life where high-end luxury really meets a commitment to our planet?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe even more than that. Could that kind of lifestyle actually be a savvy investment?
It's a good question.
Today on the Deep Dive, we're venturing to Phuket. And just to be clear, that's P-O-O-K-E-T, pronounced Phuket, not Phuket, to explore this really intriguing intersection of sustainable living and luxury real estate investment.
Right.
And our guide for this deep dive is a really insightful article from Ocean Worldwide.
Oh, okay.
They're a leading luxury real estate agency, actually based right there in Phuket since 2004.
Wow. Long time.
Yeah. And their director, Sandra O'Neill, has apparently helped thousands of families and investors over the years. They really focus on luxury residential properties in Phuket and also Koh Samui. So I think we're in pretty good hands.
Sounds like it. And what's fascinating, I think, is how a team like Ocean Worldwide, with all that on-the-ground experience in Phuket, they really break down the different layers of appeal for these eco-friendly villas.
Yeah.
It's not just about, like, beautiful properties, right? It's more this convergence of lifestyle dreams and, well, smart financial thinking.
Okay.
So we'll be looking at why these villas really resonate with buyers, the potential financial upsides which go beyond just the value going up, the stability of the Phuket economy, which is key.
Right, the foundation.
Exactly. And key locations, the lifestyle, the growing demand for sustainable stuff, things for first-time investors to think about,
For sure.
the role developers play, potential challenges too, got to be realistic, and, the future outlook. Basically, our mission here is to give you, the listener, a really clear understanding of this unique investment scene in Phuket, drawing straight from Ocean Worldwide's expertise.
Okay, so sustainable living
Mhm.
in a tropical paradise like Phuket. It sounds almost, well, utopian, doesn't
It
it?
does have that ring to it.
But as Ocean Worldwide explains, this isn't just fantasy. It's actually happening. It's evolving.
Yeah.
These aren't your standard sort of opulent homes.
Yeah.
We're talking about a conscious choice, really.
Yeah.
Embracing a lifestyle where you can enjoy just breathtaking luxury while minimizing your environmental impact.
Mm-hmm.
And here's where it gets really interesting. Ocean Worldwide's article, it just paints a beautiful picture of how these villas blend nature and high-end living seamlessly.
How so?
Well, imagine these open-area designs connecting inside and outside spaces using locally sourced materials, which obviously cuts the construction carbon footprint.
Right. Less transport.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And all without sacrificing those luxurious amenities and comfort you'd expect. It's about, indulging in a truly exceptional place that doesn't cost the earth.
Precisely. And if you connect that to the bigger picture globally, we're definitely seeing a shift in what wealthy buyers are prioritizing.
Yeah, Ocean.
Ocean Worldwide, seeing it firsthand in the Phuket market, they highlight this growing number of eco-conscious people. They want properties that offer luxury, sure, but also align with their environmental values.
It's becoming a must-have.
It really is. This demand for sustainably built luxury pool villas in Phuket is significant. And as Ocean Worldwide points out, it creates this powerful synergy, right? Buyers get their lifestyle goals and they contribute to a more sustainable future.
A win-win.
Absolutely. It's increasingly driving the high-end real estate market there.
Okay, let's dive into the numbers then. Because, as much as the idea of sustainable luxury in Phuket is captivating, the financial side is crucial.
Always.
Ocean Worldwide's article points to some pretty compelling financial advantages. First up, impressive rental yields.
Okay.
Phuket's status as a top global tourist spot, it just ensures this consistent stream of visitors looking for high-quality places to stay, especially places with privacy, amazing views, private pools.
The dream holiday villa.
Totally. Ocean Worldwide even uses the strong demand for sea view villas in Geelong as a prime example.
Right, that makes sense. So what actually underpins these good rental returns in Phuket? I mean, based on Ocean Worldwide's experience?
Well, they flag several key things. Location is obviously vital.
Always is.
Villas near beaches and amenities. They just command higher rates. Simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
And good property management is also crucial for, smooth running and keeping occupancy up.
Can't overlook that.
Plus, understanding who you're renting to families, couples, groups helps you tailor the property and services, which boosts its appeal.
Right. Knowing your market. Makes sense.
And it's not just about the immediate rental income, is it?
No, there's appreciation too.
Exactly. Ocean Worldwide highlights this trend of consistent capital appreciation in Phuket's luxury market. Apparently, these high-end villas have shown steady value growth over time. makes them look like a potentially solid long-term bet.
And what's driving that appreciation?
Well, a big factor, according to Ocean Worldwide, is just the basic fact that land is limited. It's an island.
Scarcity value.
Yeah, basic economics, right.
Yeah.
Supply and demand. Combine that with tourism to Phuket constantly growing, and the demand for luxury places just goes up, pushing values higher.
And what's really insightful, especially coming from Ocean Worldwide, being there since 2004, is the impact of all the ongoing infrastructure work.
Ah, yes, they mentioned that.
Things like airport expansions, road upgrades. If you think about it, these don't just make Phuket easier to get to.
True.
They boost its overall appeal for tourists and investors, which, just provides a solid base for property values to keep appreciating.
Okay, so you've potentially got strong rental income coming in, and the asset itself is likely going up in value. But wait, there might be more.
Oh,
Ocean Worldwide's article hints at possible tax advantages, too.
interesting. Like what?
Well, they mention potentially claiming depreciation on rental properties as a deduction, generally low property taxes in Thailand, and may benefits from tax treaties between countries.
Okay, potential perks.
Yeah, but they rightly say you absolutely need to talk to a tax advisor for personalized advice. Still, these potential efficiencies add to the overall financial appeal, don't they?
Oh, absolutely. And Ocean Worldwide is smart to stress getting professional advice. Tax law is tricky, varies hugely based on where you're from, your situation. So the takeaway isn't great, tax breaks.
Yeah.
It's, potential benefits, need to investigate this properly with an expert who knows Thai property investment for foreigners.
Good point. So let's step back a bit. Look at the bigger economic picture for Phuket. Ocean Worldwide describes a market that's, well, remarkably resilient. It's consistently drawn investors even when the global economy's been shaky. They talk about this capacity for sustained growth, which must offer some comfort if you're thinking of investing.
Yeah, stability is attractive.
And it seems pretty clear that tourism is the engine driving all this, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Ocean Worldwide, with their deep local knowledge, they really emphasize this. Tourism is Phuket's lifeblood.
Yeah.
Its impact on property values, especially luxury ones, is just undeniable. Tourists coming in constantly fuels demand for high-end rentals. That means higher occupancy. And like we said, helps push up property values, particularly in those prime tourist hotspots.
And looking ahead, the future economic path for Phuket.
Well, based on Ocean Worldwide's insights, it looks pretty promising.
Good news.
They point to ongoing and future infrastructure investments, plus Phuket's enduring global appeal. It all points towards sustained economic growth. They even mention potential Thai government incentives down the line to attract foreign investment.
So it's like Ocean Worldwide says investing there isn't just buying a building.
No.
It's kind of investing in the island's future prosperity.
That long-term view is so important. You've got this mix, a stable, growing economy, booming tourism, positive future outlook, as seen by an established agency like Ocean Worldwide. It really creates a compelling case for long-term investment in Phuket's luxury villa market.
Okay, so if you're listening and seriously thinking about investing in one of these eco-friendly luxury villas in Phuket, where should you actually be looking?
Good question. Ocean Worldwide highlights some popular areas for high-end developments that are increasingly going green.
Like where?
Think places like Bang Tao, Surin, and Laguna. They're known for luxury resorts, right? And now they're seeing more sustainable villas popping up, often with good infrastructure already in place.
But it's about balance, isn't it? Ocean Worldwide mentions this.
Absolutely. Based on their experience with buyers, it's this tricky balance between having your peaceful private villa
Right, the escape.
and the convenience of having shops, restaurants, healthcare nearby. As their article notes, direct beach access is great, commands a premium. But so does easy access to everyday stuff.
And that balance affects rental potential.
Significantly. How well a location nails that balance really influences rental income potential.
But Ocean Worldwide also suggests maybe looking beyond just those established luxury zones.
Yeah, they point to emerging neighborhoods too, places like Rawai and Naihorn.
Okay, what's the deal there?
Well, they're seeing more eco-friendly developments happening, and you might find potentially more competitive prices, plus maybe a more laid-back local vibe.
Sounds appealing. Any downsides?
Well, Ocean Worldwide advises caution. You need to do thorough checks on the infrastructure in these newer areas to make sure it meets your needs.
Right. Due diligence.
It just highlights how dynamic Phuket's property market is. An area that's quiet now could be a major hub later. You've got to keep an eye on future development plans, infrastructure projects. That's something Ocean Worldwide, being there so long, really understands the impact of.
Okay, let's shift gears slightly. Beyond the financials, what's the lifestyle like? Owning one of these villas in Phuket.
Ah, the dream part.
Ocean Worldwide really emphasizes the exclusivity and privacy, your own sanctuary, basically. Peace and quiet, away from crowded resorts, a proper escape.
And it's not just about being alone, is it? They talk about amenities.
Oh, yeah. World-class amenities often come with these places. We're talking private infinity pools, lush gardens,
Right.
state-of-the-art gyms, spa services, maybe gourmet dining options, even personalized stuff like private chefs or concierge teams.
Wow, like a five-star resort, but it's yours.
Pretty much. But interestingly, while you get all that privacy, Ocean Worldwide also notes that many developments have communal areas. So you can be social if you want.
Fostering community.
Yeah. Plus, Phuket has this vibrant expat community, apparently, so it's easy to connect with people. Seems like you get the best of both worlds, private haven and social life.
That blend is a huge draw for many buyers, I think. Valuing personal space, but also wanting that connection, that sense of belonging.
It really does sound like an investment in, well, your overall well-being.
Quality of life, definitely.
Okay, let's circle back to the eco part, because that's key here. Ocean Worldwide has clearly seen this growing interest in sustainable properties in Phuket.
A definite trend.
They say buyers are actively seeking out environmentally responsible properties. It's moving beyond just being nice to have. For many, it's becoming essential, driven by, more environmental awareness and recognizing the long-term benefits.
And you see that reflected in market trends, right? What Ocean Worldwide has witnessed.
Exactly.
I
Their article mentions developers increasingly integrating eco-features right from the start. Design, construction,
Like what specifically?
things like solar panels, rainwater harvesting systems, energy-efficient designs, becoming standard in these luxury villas. It's not just adding a few green touches anymore.
No, it's a fundamental shift in how they're being built. Sustainability baked in from the beginning.
And according to Ocean Worldwide, this commitment isn't just for show. They stress that investing in these green developments actually supports Phuket's wider ecotourism goals.
Contributes to preserving the island's beauty.
Exactly. Plus, they highlight that these homes often use non-toxic materials and have better ventilation, leading to healthier living spaces.
Healthier for people and the planet.
Right. And for international buyers, this mixed luxury beachfront villa, amazing location, and aligning with their environmental values, it's a powerful draw. Makes Phuket even more compelling for a sustainable lifestyle investment.
Precisely. The appeal goes beyond the villa itself. It taps into this bigger desire to, make a positive impact while enjoying a high quality of life in a really desirable, increasingly eco-conscious place like Phuket.
So, okay, if you're a first-time investor tuning in thinking about these villas, what are the crucial things to keep top of mind?
Right, practicalities. Ocean Worldwide, drawing on their experience guiding investors, they really stress understanding the legal side of things.
Super important.
Absolutely. They strongly advise getting proper legal advice on Thai property law, land ownership rules, zoning, any restrictions on foreign ownership.
Give you complex?
Very. They even suggest talking to experienced property consultants who specialize in the Phuket market to help navigate it all.
That cannot be stressed enough, really. Investing overseas means dealing with a different legal system.
Totally. Getting qualified, reputable legal help is essential. Understand your rights, obligations, minimize risks. Ocean Worldwide's advice here is just fundamental for smart international property investment.
And location, which we touched on.
Yeah.
It's even more critical for first-timers, right?
Yes. Ocean Worldwide reiterates checking proximity to beaches, access to amenity shops, hospitals, schools, transport links, like the airport.
And if you plan to rent it out,
Then you absolutely have to assess the rental potential realistically. Look at comparable villas nearby. Get a sense of income potential. Think hard about your target tenant families, couples, because that dictates the facilities and services you need to offer.
right. They even briefly mention interest rates impacting ROI.
All these factors are key for any property investment, but maybe carry extra weight in an international market. Thorough research, getting independent advice from various Phuket specialists, absolutely vital for first-timers to make good decisions.
Now let's talk about the developers. They play a huge role in making this sustainable luxury happen.
Absolutely pivotal.
Ocean Worldwide highlights some innovative building practices developers are using to cut waste and environmental impact.
Like what?
Things like using prefabricated modules, incorporating recycled materials, designing buildings to maximize natural light and ventilation.
Reducing the need for artificial lights in ACC. Smart.
Yeah, it shows a shift, doesn't it?
Definitely. As Ocean Worldwide sees in Phuket, it's becoming more holistic. Not just about how the villa looks or works at the end,
Right.
but about the whole construction process and its footprint. These practices show a real growing commitment to sustainability from developers there.
And it's not just how they build, but what they build with and put in the villas.
Right, the resources.
Ocean Worldwide emphasizes more use of renewables, solar power, rainwater harvesting and filtering, energy-efficient appliances, all aimed at cutting reliance on traditional energy and water.
Makes sense. Lower running costs, too.
Exactly. And maybe even more importantly, Ocean Worldwide points to some developers committing to broader, stricter environmental standards across the whole process.
Going beyond just the villa features.
Yeah, like protecting local ecosystems, minimizing pollution during building, engaging with the local community.
That deep commitment is what really marks out truly sustainable luxury developments. As Ocean Worldwide notes, you often see this shown through getting green building certifications like LEED or BREEAM,
Right. Tangible proof.
doing thorough environmental impact assessments beforehand, having biodiversity action plans. These signal a developer's genuine dedication and give eco-conscious investors more confidence.
Of course, it's not all sunshine and roses. Like any investment, there are potential challenges in Phuket's luxury villa market. Ocean Worldwide mentions market saturation risk.
More competition.
Yeah. With Phuket getting so popular, more luxury villas could potentially squeeze rental yields and resale values down the line.
So differentiation is key.
Exactly. Ocean Worldwide stresses having unique selling points and being aware that too much development in one area could dilute that exclusivity people are looking for.
That's a valid point for any hot market. You need to find an edge, unique design, amazing service, maybe a prime spot that's still less crowded. Investors need to look past the general hype and find specific opportunities with a real competitive advantage.
The article also mentions regulatory changes as a potential challenge.
The legal landscape again.
Yeah. Thai rules, especially for foreign property investment, can be complex and, well, they can change. New laws on ownership, taxes, building codes, they could all impact an investment.
What kind of examples did they give?
Things like potential property tax hikes, new zoning laws, changes to foreign ownership rules. Ocean Worldwide basically emphasizes you've got to stay informed and keep getting expert advice.
Navigating that requires ongoing vigilance, doesn't it? You need reliable, up-to-date info from legal pros who really know Thai property law for foreigners. Being proactive with experts is crucial to manage that risk.
And finally, Ocean Worldwide reminds us about broader economic swings.
Global factors.
Right. The luxury market isn't immune to global recessions, changes in tourism patterns, currency fluctuations. All can affect property values and rental demand.
So what's the advice?
They suggest diversification, keeping an eye on economic indicators, and noting Phuket's heavy reliance on tourism. Basically, do your homework, understand the potential economic risks realistically before jumping in.
That highlights the need for a long-term view, understanding the bigger picture your investment sits in. Phuket's shown resilience, yes, but being aware of potential economic headwinds is just smart investing. Thorough research, realistic view of challenges, sound advice from Ocean Worldwide for anyone.
So looking ahead then, what's the future hold for these eco-friendly luxury villas in Phuket?
While Ocean Worldwide predicts demand will keep rising, maybe even accelerate, as global environmental awareness grows, it just becomes a bigger factor for buyers.
Right.
They see features like solar panels, rainwater harvesting becoming standard expectations, maybe even more community-focused developments sharing resources sustainably. It's moving beyond just owning a fancy house.
To embracing a whole sustainable lifestyle.
Exactly. It lines up with the global trend towards sustainable living and responsible investing. As green concerns get bigger, demand for eco-properties in places like Phuket will likely strengthen. Sustainable features won't just be nice-to-haves, they'll be essential for value in attracting buyers and renters.
And technology is going to play a huge part according to Ocean Worldwide.
How so?
Imagine smart homes optimizing energy use automatically,
Hmm.
advanced water filtration, even cooler building materials like self-healing concrete or better-looking solar tech.
Wow.
The idea is to integrate tech seamlessly for maximum sustainability efficiency and, long-term cost savings for owners.
Yeah, smart tech integration will boost sustainability, sure, but also just make the villas more efficient, convenient, comfortable, making them even more appealing in the luxury market.
So ultimately, Ocean Worldwide sees really strong long-term investment potential here.
Makes sense.
They expect values to rise, driven by sustainability becoming more important globally, potential for good rental income from eco-tourists, lower running costs from the green features, and, the positive environmental impact itself.
Yeah.
It really sounds like these sustainable luxury villas are fast becoming the new standard for high-end living, blending comfort, style, and environmental responsibility beautifully.
And if people are intrigued.
Ocean Worldwide encourages visiting their website to explore properties and learn more.
So wrapping up, the insights from Ocean Worldwide, remember, they're established right there in Phuket. They paint a really compelling picture. Investing in sustainable luxury villas there has significant potential. You've got this convergence of growing green awareness, attractive financial prospects, and the allure of a really desirable lifestyle. It's a noteworthy opportunity for people wanting investments that align with their values.
Okay, let's bring it all together then. Based on the expertise from Ocean Worldwide again, leading luxury real estate agency in Phuket, that's P-O-K-E-T, since 2004, Sandra O'Neill at the helm, focused on Phuket and Koh Samui luxury homes, investing in sustainable luxury villas there. Seems like a genuinely compelling option.
It really does.
It's this unique blend, right? High-end living, serious long-term financial potential, and a meaningful commitment to being eco-responsible. We've touched on the growing demand, the financial perks, the lifestyle, the specific Phuket market dynamics, all informed by Ocean Worldwide's local knowledge.
And bring it back to you, the listener, it really makes you think, doesn't it? As the world increasingly prioritizes sustainability, how might investing early in eco-conscious luxury shape not just your portfolio, but maybe the future of places like Phuket?
Interesting thought.
What other questions does this deep dive, guided by Ocean Worldwide, spark for you about where luxury, sustainability, and smart investment meet?